Hello friends, welcome to Snapbook. Today we are going to talk about Men Are From Mars and Women From Venus, a book by John Gray, renowned author, relationship counselor, and lecturer. Do you ever wonder why men and women behave differently when it comes relationship? As if they are from completely different planets. A world where understanding the opposite sex is like deciphering an alien language. As the author came across many men and women, he observed that women always complain. Men do nothing for them, and men complain. Whatever and how much ever they do, women are never happy. This is because men and women think differently, but do not treat the opposite sex differently. What if I told you there's a 90-second rule that can transform the way you handle conflicts with your partner? John Gray introduces this mind-blowing concept in Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. With 9 years of writing and putting all this experiences, the author John Gray came up with this classic, first published in 1992. Before moving further, if you like this video so far, please like and subscribe this channel, and do not forget to share it with friends and people who feel the same. Maybe their or your life may change today. Please listen to the video till end. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Men Are From Mars and Women From Venus. Gray's central idea is that men and women come from fundamentally different planets. Men from the action-oriented Mars are all about problem-solving and achieving goals. Women from the connection-focused Venus, prioritizing emotional intimacy and communication. With these differences, they attract each other. But when they start living together, they fight and forget that it is the difference between them that attracted them to each other. They often find themselves lost in translation, stuck in a labyrinth of misinterpretations, misunderstanding each other's intentions and emotions. Imagine a Martian man trying to fix his Venusian partner's sadness by offering solutions. Cheer up, honey, let's go do some chores together. Not exactly the emotional support she craves, right? This leads us to second chapter. Chapter 2. Mr. Fix-It and Home Improvement Committee. Imagine scenario. Men are Martians, hailing from the red planet, Mars. Their Martian culture, according to Gray, is built around self-reliance and problem-solving. When they encounter an issue, they retreat into their Martian caves, seeking solitude to find a solution. Their communication style is direct, straightforward, often focused on transmitting information and solving problems. Now imagine women as Venusians, from the vibrant planet Venus. In their Venusian world, communication is a path to create connections. They talk not just to exchange information, but to explore their feelings, empathize, and build relationships. When they are stressed, they don't retreat into caves, but rather reach out, seeking to share and process their feelings. But here's the twist. Both men and women often misinterpret each other's actions through their own cultural lenses, leading to misunderstandings and conflicts. Gray emphasizes the importance of recognizing and respecting these different coping mechanisms. Chapter 3. Men keep secrets, while women love to reveal. The biggest difference between men and women is how they communicate and handle stress. Here, Gray discusses the cave phenomenon, where men retreat into their caves or personal spaces to recharge and reflect. They isolate themselves from the rest of the world. Whereas women want to share their problems, fears, and sorrows, men wants to solve it in solitude, whereas women want to talk to everyone about it. For instance, husband Tom comes home from office. He wants to rest and spend some time alone. On the other hand, wife Mary comes from office, stressed out of the day, but she wants to talk to someone about her problems. These are two different behaviors to same situation. When a Martian retreats into his cave, a Venusian might interpret it as indifference or rejection. When a Venusian wants to discuss her feelings, a Martian might see it as an unnecessary complication or a problem to be solved. Chapter 4. How to Motivate the Opposite Sex. This chapter highlights the importance of recognizing and respecting how men and women are differently motivated. By understanding each other's needs and communicating effectively, couples can create a more supportive and fulfilling relationship. Men find motivation in feeling needed and appreciated. They feel validated and empowered when they can solve problems, fix things, and take on responsibilities. They thrive on emotional connection, words of affirmation, and gestures of care. Women find motivation in feeling loved and cherished. When a man expresses his love and appreciation, it validates their worth. When a woman doesn't ask for help, a man might misinterpret it as not needing him, leading to withdrawal or frustration, feeling unappreciated or like he's not contributing enough. When a woman asks for help in a demanding or critical way, it can push a man away and make him feel inadequate. He might interpret it as an attack on his abilities or a lack of trust. Chapter 5. Men are like rubber bands. Consider a scenario where a man suddenly becomes less available or less communicative. He might not call back as promptly or seem distant. Here, Gray introduces the concept of the Martian rubber band, explaining that men have a natural tendency to pull away when feeling stressed or pressured. This is compared to a rubber band stretching. According to Gray, allowing him space and understanding, the rubber band effect is crucial for maintaining a healthy balance in relationships. The author also highlights that both men and women speak different languages while expressing emotions. Women don't mean the words literally at times, while men do not understand the underlying meaning of the words. They take the words as they are. Women think while speaking, while men think before speaking. When a man is silent, he is finding solutions and thinking. Whereas when a woman is silent, it is either out of distrust. Chapter 6. Women are like waves. Gray suggests that, similar to the rise and fall of ocean waves, women experience emotional cycles characterized by fluctuations in mood and energy levels. Consider a scenario where a woman seems highly energetic, positive, and engaged in one moment but may transition to a quieter or more introspective state shortly after. Gray explains that these shifts are not only normal but also an integral part of how women navigate their emotional experiences. Recognizing and riding through these emotional waves is vital for men to provide the support and understanding women need. Gray introduces the concept of the 90-second rule, which suggests that it takes about 90 seconds for emotions to rise and fall. By taking a brief pause during a conflict and allowing emotions to settle, couples can avoid escalating tensions and communicate more effectively. Chapter 7. Discovering our different emotional needs. This chapter explores the concept of love tanks. For example, men often feel loved through admiration and appreciation, while women may seek emotional connection and communication. Venusian and Martian love tanks. Gray proposes the idea of love tanks, suggesting that both men and women have emotional needs that, when fulfilled, keep their love tanks full. Women, according to Gray, need to feel loved and cherished, while men need to feel trusted and appreciated. Thus, recognizing and meeting these needs can enhance relationship satisfaction. Gray explores the concept of little acts of love, big results, where he emphasizes the importance of men understanding and expressing love through concrete actions, even small ones, to fulfill women's need for emotional connection and support. These can be offering a hug or words of encouragement when your partner is feeling down, listening attentively and offering emotional support, remembering small details about your partner's preferences and needs, and so on. Chapter 8. How to avoid arguments. Gray provides practical advice on avoiding unnecessary arguments by understanding and respecting the differences in communication styles. He encourages active listening, avoiding blame, and finding common ground to strengthen relationships. Men are triggered by feeling criticized or attacked. If a woman uses accusatory language, it shuts down communication and puts a man on the defensive. Whereas, women are triggered by feeling unloved or unsupported. When a man withdraws or neglects her emotional needs, it creates insecurity and resentment. Acceptance of individuals' differences is not just about tolerating, it's about embracing them, cherishing them, and learning how to navigate them in order to foster mutual respect and understanding. Bridging the communication gap is through empathy. It's the ability to step into the shoes of another, to view the universe through their telescope, and acknowledging their emotions as valid, even if they're alien to our own. Another key is active listening. It involves responding with empathy, offering reassurances, and demonstrating understanding. It's about creating a safe space where Martians and Venusians feel heard, understood, and valued. Chapter 9. Scoring points with the opposite sex. The author discusses that men and women unknowingly score points with each other in everyday interactions. As Gray suggests, understanding and respecting our differences can lead to healthier and happier relationships. So let's put on our spacesuits, Mars and Venus, and embark on this journey of intergalactic understanding together. Chapter 10. How to communicate difficult feelings. Gray addresses the challenges of communicating difficult feelings, the tricky terrain of expressing difficult feelings that can make men and women feel awkward, intimidating, or even explosive while sharing their own negativities with their partners. But Gray argues that this vulnerability is actually the key to deeper connection and understanding. For instance, men often fear appearing weak or vulnerable. They might bottle up their emotions, avoid conflict, or resort to anger or sarcasm as substitutes for expressing their true feelings. On the other hand, women may worry about burdening their partners with their negativity. They might try to protect their partners by hiding their emotions, leading to confusion and resentment. This mismatch can lead to misunderstandings and missed opportunities for intimacy. Gray introduces the concept and power of I feel statements. Instead of blaming or accusing, focus on expressing your own feelings and needs. Say, I feel hurt when you, instead of, you always disappoint me. Validate your partner's feelings. Even if you disagree, acknowledging their emotions helps build trust and shows you care. Saying, it sounds like you're feeling frustrated, validates their experience without necessarily taking sides. Chapter 11. Mars and Venus in the bedroom. John Gray dives into the often delicate topic of intimacy and sexuality in relationships. He argues that even in this most personal realm, men and women approach things differently, with understanding and communication being key to creating a fulfilling and satisfying experience for both partners. Chapter 12. How to ask for help and get it. Focusing on men's reluctance to seek help, this chapter addresses the importance of providing support without emasculating them. Gray offers insights into how women can encourage their partners to open up and seek assistance when needed. Men tend to view asking for help as a sign of weakness or incompetence. They often prefer to solve problems themselves and feel a sense of accomplishment in doing so. Women typically see asking for help as a sign of trust and connection. They may also view it as a way to delegate tasks and achieve a more balanced distribution of responsibility. Women's direct requests can be misinterpreted by men as criticism or nagging. A woman saying, "Can you take out the trash?" might be perceived as an attack on the man's competence, leading to defensiveness or withdrawal, whereas men's reluctance to offer help can leave women feeling unsupported and resentful. If a woman expects her partner to anticipate her needs, his lack of initiative can be interpreted as indifference or lack of care. Use of effective communication strategies like women being more gentle in requests, expressing appreciation and avoiding criticism, and men offering help proactively, more carefully. Listening to partners' needs and willing to help even if it wasn't explicitly requested are some ways to keep communication harmonious. Chapter 13. How to keep live the magic of love. This final chapter offers guidance on sustaining love and commitment throughout the various stages of a relationship. Gray emphasizes continuous effort, understanding, and appreciation to build a lasting and fulfilling partnership. He says, love isn't static. It ebbs and flows through different stages, and conscious effort is needed to sustain its spark. Embrace the 5 stages of love and navigate them consciously. Gray outlines the honeymoon phase, disillusionment, conflict, resolution, and mature love. Each stage presents challenges and opportunities for growth. Engage in regular communication and quality time. Schedule date nights, have open and honest conversations about your needs and feelings, and actively listen to each other. Maintain your individual identities and interests. Pursue hobbies and activities outside the relationship, allowing space for personal growth and preventing codependency. These some strategies that emphasis on the core principles of this chapter. So, are men really from Mars and women from Venus? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? We've journeyed together through John Gray's enlightening book, exploring the Martian-Venusian dichotomy. We've discovered how men, like Martians, value competence, efficiency, and problem solving, while women, akin to Venusians, cherish empathy, communication, and emotional connection. We've delved into men's Martian characteristics, understanding their need for autonomy, their approach to stress, and their nothing box. Parallelly, we've learned about women's Venusian attributes, recognizing their nurturing nature, their language of love, and their waves of emotion. While it's an analogy, John Gray's book provides valuable insights into understanding and improving communication between men and women. After all, even if we are from different planets, we're all in the same universe where love is the common language. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned.